Right, we are here and we are dealing with this particular word problem. And we note that here in this word problem, the sum of two numbers is 8. And the sum of their squares is 19 more than their product. What are the two numbers? So we need to solve this problem, and we present a solution to this problem, noting first that the sum of the two numbers is 8. So we start writing down the solution, and we say let. Right, so let x be equal to the first number. Right, the first number. Y simultaneously, actually in this case, would mean the second number. Okay, like so. So that then we then say the sum of these numbers, we add them up, and the result is 8. And this then means, therefore, we can be able to make y the subject, and this is minus x plus 8. Call this here the first equation. Right, next. And the sum of their squares is 19 more than their product. So in other words, at this point, we proceed to then say, if you compare the sum of their squares with the product, this sum of their squares is actually 19 more. And so if we were to put an equality and the sum of their squares is actually 19 more, it means, therefore, the product is 19 less. And to effect equality, we write like this. Okay, this equation can also be written as x squared plus y squared minus xy equals 19, to mean the sum of the squares is actually 19 more than their product. So that when you take the sum of the squares and you subtract the product, the difference is 19, and that shows that the sum of their squares is 19 more than the product. Okay, good. So we call this one here equation 2. Right, now we can then proceed to then say put. Right, put 1 into 2. Put 1 into 2, meaning y equals minus x plus 8. We put that into 2. So this therefore becomes x squared. In the place of y, you have minus x plus 8. You square this, minus x. The y is minus x plus 8. And this, the result is 19. So in the place of y, we've put minus x plus what? Plus 8. And that is clear. And what this means then is we can perform the following and then say x squared plus minus x plus 8 squared is equal to x, or rather minus x into, or minus x times. Right, so this is minus x times minus x plus 8, like so, and the result is 19. And hence, as a result, what does this mean? Well, it means, therefore, you have x squared, and if you square this here, it becomes exactly x squared minus 16x plus 64 plus x squared minus 8x, and the result is 19. Okay, so now we have x squared, and x squared, which is 3x squared. Okay, so we have minus 16 minus 8, which is minus 24x. All right, and then we have exactly 64. 64 minus 19, which gives us 45. And the result is 0. We divide through by 3, right? Dividing through by 3, we get exactly x squared minus 8x plus 15, and the result is 0. Which means we have x squared minus 8x plus 45 is equal to 0. And so, in particular, plus 15. Right, plus 15, because that's what we have, plus 15. X squared minus 8x plus 15. Right, so that is what we have, like so. And what are the factors? So this is exactly minus 5x, minus 3x plus 15, and the result is 0. Because minus 5x and minus 3x are the factors of 15x squared, whose sum, the sum of these is minus 8x. We pull out the highest common factor in the first two terms, getting x minus 5 here, minus 3 into x minus 5 here, equals 0. And this is x minus 5 into x minus 3 equals 0. Right, and this is what we have. So, which means that x is 5 or x is 3. Right, so if we have that x is 5 or x is 3, we then also need to have y. But y is actually equal to minus x plus 8, which means that minus that, so which means equals 3. Or, right, and right at the bottom here, let us take note of that at the bottom here, which means that at this point we have or, okay, if y is this, so you'd have therefore that y is minus 3 plus 8, and this means that y is what? Y is 5, okay? So hence we have therefore that x is 5, y is 3, or x is 3, y is 5. Like this. Now, with this, we celebrate and we continue to analyze the problem. And think about the sum. Let's look at let's check. Let's do a quick check. Right, so to check right now, x plus y, x is 3 and y is 5, and the result is 8. So the sum is 8. And now you consider the sum of the squares, like x squared plus y squared. And the sum of the squares is actually 19 more than the product. Let's check if this is true. So we're going to take the x, which is maybe 3 squared first. Right, so we can take 3 squared, for instance, and 5 squared. So we can take x is 3, y is 5, or we can take y is 5, rather x is 5 and y is 3. So if you take x is 3 and y is 5, you'd have taken, x is 3, y is 5, that's okay. So you have 5 squared here. X is 3, y is 5. And this is 9 plus 25 minus 15. And this is equal to what? Will be the same as, want to check if this is 19. Okay, let us analyze this. So, writing properly. Let's just try to write something that makes sense here. Okay, Now, we have the 3 squared, which is a 9, 25. So this one now is exactly 10. And 25 minus 15 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. Like this. So in other words, the solutions indeed are correct. Okay, so we conclude as follows. Thus, okay, we conclude as follows. So we say thus, the numbers are right. So x equals 5, y equals 3, or x equals 3, y 5. Like this. So then this is the result, and these are the answers to the problem. This is the solution to this particular problem. So we have solved this in a step-by-step manner. Thanks everybody for watching, and goodbye to you.